Guys, a lot has been going on, and there's still a lot on my plate. So guys, welcome back to the channel. And if you guys have seen the last video, you guys probably have seen the blue CRV. It's here today. Now today is 1.5 video, and the reason why I say that is because you guys should already seen the last video, which is mocking up the charge pipe and stuff from my cousin's car. And my cousin's gonna be taking it today. He's actually here right now, and he's gonna take this to his house. But today I gotta build the exhaust system for the CRV, and we're gonna be installing a Y pipe as well too, an electric cutoff pretty much. So disregard this engine, but check out the intercooler setup on this thing. I don't know where his bumper went, but only half of it is here. So son pretty much provided me everything I need to build his exhaust system today, except a rear muffler, the box itself. He's not sure what he wants to go with yet. It's pretty much a straight shot. It just goes straight across the drive shaft over the LCA, and that's it. So enough with the yapping, and let's get started. Currently jacking up the car to get it a lot higher. The stock height I can actually roll under there, but just want to make sure I have headroom and roll room for my fat ass under the car. But here is the swap, guys. This right here is the GSR. If you guys have seen the last videos of us swapping this in, son finally got it all buttoned up. There are a few miscellaneous things that I got to fix on here, like that hitting right there does not go in there. But other than that, just small stuff. But here are the pipings to do the exhaust today. From the downpipe, it actually stops under the oil pan because I couldn't finish making this until I had the transfer case on the motor, so I can, you know, make it accordingly to clear it. This kit was originally Pick's kit for his CRV, but plans change, and he's got a precision setup now and a whole different manifold setup, so this actually came to son. Yeah. Oh yeah. So as I'm chilling down here, right, I noticed two problems. One is the return line melting on the downpipe right there. Don't remember when I made this line that I made it that close, but it is melted, and the potential of it melting through and leaking is pretty high. Two, in order for me to weld this whole top section right here, I have to remove the downpipe. Now that's gonna suck because it's a 5-bolt, and I got some really big ass hands, and I cannot get those 12mm nuts on top. Son's on his way over here right now. He's got some skinnier hands than I do, and hopefully he can try to take that off before we fully weld it. But right now it's just taped into place. That is the first bend to clear the transfer case. You can see right there it's like 45 degree, and then I have this guy right here, which is going to go somewhere around there. That's going to go around the transfer case. You can see that, right? Those bends right there, I scratched the other 90 degree, or not 90, but I scratched the other bend, and I put this one on. This was actually cut off of that hideous thing right there on the floor. I don't even know what car that came from, but it was in the trunk, and it had an O2 bung already on it. So I cut that piece off and used that piece instead with the bung for the O2 or wideband, and I tacked them in as well too, so that way not a lot of flex right here. Got the flex pipe pointed straight back and propped by the jack stand. Here's the Y pipe. Now originally the motor, this piece right here, it was supposed to sit in between. It was supposed to sit in between the sway bar and whatever the hell this brace is, right? Because it hangs super low, right? Now, because the flex pipe is a lot longer than I thought, it kicks the Y pipe further back. Now, I told son, you're really gonna see this shit when you're driving on the street, right? If I tuck it up as high as I can, you're probably gonna see that thing just hanging there. And he said it's fine because this thing is gonna be lifted anyways. So I want to prop it up, tack it in place, and work my way to the back. Man, guys, keep AC, they said. It'll be fun, they said. So it was a pain in the ass to get to the last bolt for the 5-bolt downpipe, and we got it off. I tacked the downpipe to the exhaust where we made our bend. I was talking earlier about how I tucked this up so high that I can't fit the nozzle of the gun in between the pan, and if I did, I probably would have welded this to the pan. So had to take it off, fully weld this right here. Right now it's all tacked into place. I'm gonna put it back into the car, put 2 bolts, and then make sure everything is still cleared. And then once this checks out, I'm gonna fully weld this, all of these guys, and then get it back into the car, put a hanger on it, and then work towards the rear. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out quick. And son is gonna swap out the fuel pump in the meantime. Is it back here?
Yeah, it's right here.
You sure?
It's one of these.
Prove it to me.
No, wait, I'm testing, man.
Who's texting me?
God damn.
Well, that is a lot of pictures, and it looks like the downpipe fits. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was supposed to go and shorten the return line because it's super long. So we're working in the dark, right? Because this attracts a lot of mosquito, and I ran out of the repellent candle thing. So son just finished the fuel pump, and turbo is obviously not connected, downpipe's not on, but we just want to hear the fuel pump turn on before we button it up. So all you gotta do is turn the key in on position, son. Oh, that bitch is loud. Oh yeah, it's working. We're good. So yeah, I did get the first half of the exhaust here all done, so that's all welded, that's all welded, that's all welded, hangers all welded, got one right there. And with just that alone, the whole exhaust holds up. So right now we're gonna reinstall the downpipe, which is a pain in the booty hole, like I've mentioned, and button up everything back here in the engine bay. And then we'll try to continue the rest of it tonight, if not tomorrow, because this is going to probably go later into the night, and I don't want to be grinding when everybody is sleeping. So, oh yeah. So, son is buttoning up the charge pipe, and we're going to clean up a little bit, but check that out. Check that out. Guys, it is super late as fuck, and we're just trying to knock this out. We got the whole squad out here. We got son, we got Alex, we got my cousin on this side over here. But we got all of our bends. Now it's just a matter of tacking everything. Sorry neighbors for making a lot of grinding noise. It's like 11 o'clock. So we got this guy right here going over the axle, right? And then that is gonna go to this little piece right here, which is gonna cock the straight piece. Where is it at? Right there. That's gonna go from here all the way to this guy right here. Once we get everything tacked into place, hangers ran, we're gonna run beads on that guy. There's one right here, and then obviously one here, one on this guy, the back side, to the muffler box itself, and then we're gonna extend the back with another 2.5 for it to reach out the bumper. Now, we were joking around. We got this piece right here from my CRX, and it looks hideous as fuck. Oh, 2.5 straight out, giant ass eBay tip. What do you think?
Yeah. Give me just the tip.
What time is it, dope? Oh man, it's 12:45 on the dot. But you know what? Thanks to Alex, the exhaust is all welded up. You ready for this, son?
Let's do this.
Luckily, I have my gear in my truck.
Well, that's what you do as a job, so yeah. Makes sense that you have them, right?
Right.
Don't worry, guys. We're gonna continue this tomorrow because there's a few more things we gotta button up with the car before we tune in 2 days. But let's hear it. That's that thrush, bro. It's warming up. Oh, your Y pipe's not hooked up, huh? Darn it. Sounds good. The motor's louder.
Yeah.
The motor is louder than the freaking the muffler.
That's good. Dang.
I'm gonna cut it right here, guys. I'm gonna show you guys this more in the daytime tomorrow. So we'll see you then.
Just put 550.
Joe, what are you doing today, Joe?
Oh, you know, just buying a CRV. Oh, just kidding. We're going boost.
What are we buying?
Joe, this is happening right now.
It's happening, bro.
Damn, you're gonna be all flashy under the hood, huh? Hey, I appreciate it, man. You've had this shit for hella years. So I went with Joe to buy this turbo kit a long time ago, and then he sold this to him and sat for so many years, and here we are buying it back. God damn, Joe. God damn.
Time.
Back here at home, Joe's leaving, and I got a lot of work ahead of me. Today, I'm going to be working on finishing up the CRV, and you guys can see right here, this is one of the main issues, obviously, in the boost system, because how are we gonna induce air if the air freaking pipe is not even connected, right? So what I got to do is I'm going to cut it right here, or I don't know, somewhere here, and shorten it about 1.5 inches, right? So that this can drop down, and then I may have to add another inch up top here, possibly one with the bead roll, so that way when this comes down, it will point this more straighter into the throttle body than it is right now, right? But once this comes down, this gap is also going to open, so that's going to leave me about 1.5 inches gap, because that's what I'm removing from here, and I have to compensate. So when I compensate it, it should be somewhere about here, and then we can put the coupler on and bolt that into place. But the thing is, this thing is welded as one freaking piece, and I got to remove the whole thing as a whole unit. I may also, not sure if I am, but I may also kind of get this bend to go more tucked to the support, because you can see this giant gap right there. I can bring this piping back a lot further so we can at least fit the bumper. Now, before you guys go and smash it for his bumper right now, this was a wrecked bumper and it was all slid up in the front, so he just did this for now. He has a JDM bumper with the fogs, so that's going to be going on soon once we redo the piping, and it's the least of my worries today. Now, Son gets off like in an hour or so, and he has the rest of the stuff, like the vacuum lines for the wastegate to the back, the vacuum line from here to the blow-off valve, a fitting for the top of the block throttle body, because that's straight up an opening right there that he has to plug, and he should be getting his distributor jumper and ECU jumper today as well too, so we can put the VTEC distributor on and have it set up for S300 on a dyno. Enough for the talking, guys. Let's remove this giant ass piece and start cutting. So this thing has to come out a certain pattern to get out of this passenger frame rail hole, right? But I got it out, I got it chopped, and it fits now. So I kind of snaked this back into place, threw his coupler on, and let me show you guys here really quickly. So it doesn't seem like I'm gonna have to extend this part. All I got to do is bead roll it, even though Alex flared it out. It shouldn't come out. You can see it bulging right there. So this will work, but let me show you guys how this looks. Goes in there enough. That's already about 1 inch in. Pushing it in further. Kinda line this up a little bit here. Now there's really no play with this guy because it is stuck between the frame. He is gonna put a hose clamp or another coupler right there, so it doesn't rub and cut itself in. But up here, I had it earlier. I'm gonna have to twist this around, something like that. Boom. Right, I just got to tape it up or remark it, and then pull this all back out one unit, and then weld it all. here it is, right? Kind of in place. Gotta snake this up, right? And then once you max it out right here, you have to twist this guy around, pull it up at the same time, because this part has to clear the wheel right there, so you can turn it more to unhook it out of the hole. Yee. Check this out, you guys. Check this out. Rev high, drive happy, bro. Rev high, drive happy. Oh yeah. Now it's always important to double check before full sending it, and we're looking good. Got a tack there, got a tack underneath, and now I'm gonna weld it all the way. But I must tell you guys, I cannot wait to freaking redo that whole intercooler piping. Ugh. I promised you guys I was gonna turn this car on, let you hear it in the daytime. Right now the hanger is not installed on the car, so the muffler is just kind of like dangling around, right? But Son's on his way here now with the hangers, and we'll get the exhaust situated. But check it out. Oh, it's deep. Now I think last night it was a tad bit louder because it was super duper quiet, right? But we're in the daytime now with all of the Mother Nature noises. This does not sound too loud. I think if anything, the idle is a lot louder, but it sounds freaking awesome. So while we are waiting for Son to show up with the hangers, the vacuum lines, and all of the good nine, I still got a button on my damn car. We're all tuning tomorrow, and I've been putting my car off for a couple of days now. I did the swap, the initial startup, like 3 days ago, and the last thing that I need to do is make a throttle cable bracket. As you can see right here, the Victor X manifold is a lot longer, which pulled the throttle cable further out, and my original cable bracket didn't work. So now I'm gonna have to come up with something. Probably gonna use this plate right here and figure something out with this guy, extend it out to this nut over here so we can you know, fasten it down so it doesn't move when we're doing full throttle shifts. And here it is right now. Oh yeah. Man, this thing idles super low as a first startup. Just took it around the block. Everything feels good. I mean, everything looks good. Now I'm just letting it cool down real quick, and then I'm gonna wash this car when it cools down a little bit more. But damn, Son, where you at? Fuck, Son, still in here. I decided to wire up his Y-band because I can't do anything else until he brings me the rest of the stuff, the vacuum lines, the hanger rods and stuff. So the Y-band, this one is a different series than my cousin's. He had an X series that had a whole bunch of extra wires. This one's pretty simple. Part number right here. And this one only has 4 wires. So one is the aerial wire, which is the blue one. One is the 0.05 volt analog, and 1 power, 1 ground. So this time around, normally I tap these guys into the fuse box, but I realized, like, okay, well, these guys, I want them to run in the same direction instead of one that way, one this way. I looked up the pinout on my phone here, and connector B plug has power source and ground. I double checked it with the multimeter, and here we got the yellow B1, I believe, which is power for ECU, and B2 for ground. Now to confirm this, key on, Y-band's working. Oh, we Gucci, man. Now the last wire that I gotta wire up is the white one, which goes to D14 for data logging to the ECU. In Son's case, he's running the OBD1 S300, so when that gets here, we'll wire that accordingly. But right now, I don't know where exactly it goes. There he is. God damn it. Yeah, so I just got to wire this guy to D14 on the OBD1 jumper harness, and we'll be data logging. Finally, son. Like, how many hours and shit?
Alright, man.
God damn. So this block starter body has this port on the top, right? And we decided to just run a barb fitting on here and pretty much use this for our vacuum source to the wastegate. Now in theory, it'd be the same thing if I was to tap this on the compressor housing, right? Because it's pre-intake manifold. So theoretically, it's the same thing. Literally, this thing is before the valve. So we're gonna get vacuum source here, which is gonna go here. Oops. And I believe you picked up a boost controller maybe tomorrow?
Yes, sir,
tonight. And worst case scenario, we'll find a place to mount it here somewhere and then just tee it off, boom, boom, and then he'll have his boost controller. We didn't order the max solenoid. It wouldn't have gotten here on time anyways because tomorrow we tune. And what else? We got new plugs right there. We're running the 4554s and a bunch of T fittings in case we need a tee off. You got the vacuum lines and everything too, right?
Yeah.
So we got vacuum line here. We got to go to the blow off valve and then obviously this one to the wastegate. So we're gonna knock that out quick. So I had Son move his car backwards so I don't have to bring my welding machine too far out to get to the back to do the hangers. He went to Home Depot because AutoZone and O'Reilly's didn't have rods, and I got these little itty bitties. But once I bend these guys, they're gonna be plenty of strong, and I only need to hang 3 parts of the exhaust. One is on that pipe to this guy right here, and then I'm gonna do an X over here to get to these guys up here. Got one hanger done right there, and it's hanging up on its own. Now I'm gonna do the X right here because there's 2 more hanger that goes here to help support this box. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prop with a jack here, make sure it's nice and straight out the bumper and tucked up as, you know, as high as possible. Yada yada. Okay, so make sure it's nice and straight. Yes, it is crooked. We did this at 11 o'clock last night, and you know, painted black. We're gonna redo it. It's not a big deal, but at least he has a full exhaust now. So this is propped up, and I gotta go pull the rubber off the stock muffler and bend some X braces. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Not hitting anything. So we got 4 total rubber hangers, 2 right here, 1 right there, and 1 under the shifter. And then we have a flex pipe all the way in the front over there. God damn, look at that Y pipe. Holy shit. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. I gotta go to my aunt's house. I gotta go pick up the trailer if Daniel car turns on and runs. And Son's wrapped up here as well too. Just gotta jack it up, take it off, clean up, and that's pretty much as far as this video goes. We have a long weekend ahead of us. Son's car should be dynoing, I should be dynoing, and Daniel's car should be dynoing as well too. So you guys gotta stick around for those videos to come. We got track on Sunday, so that's gonna be fun as hell. Hopefully it's not too hot, because I'll be having bloody nose, and that's no bueno. I'm gonna cut the video here, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely give this video a thumbs up if you guys are enjoying the CRV boosted content. Cause son, we're gonna do some pool soon, right?
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! So again, guys, that is it for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.